She told me to empty the rubbish, and when I bent down, she threw the boiling water onto me. I screamed out my mother's name in pain as I collapsed on the floor. She then started beating me with a stick.
Al Jazeera is calling her Mary to protect her identity. 2.5 years ago, she left her family in East Africa to work as a maid in a private house in the United Arab Emirates.
The beatings started on the second day. No day passed without beatings. If she didn't beat me in the day, she would beat me at night.
A hot iron drawn across her leg, her arms battered and broken as she tried to protect herself from the blows. Locked in the house and with no access to medication, the wounds often took weeks to heal.
There was no medicine. I was covered in blisters. The clothes sticking to my legs. I went to the bathroom and tried to take my trousers off and screamed in pain.
Her injuries were noticed by a doctor when she went for a routine medical at the end of her 2-year employment contract. Al Jazeera acquired a copy of the report.
Back pain, lower back. Started 2 weeks ago as her sponsor beat her and stepped on her back. Maltreated maid with multiple marks of old wound and burn, most of the body part. Multiple marks of old burns and small scars. Small wounds on face, back and limbs.
Her employer warned her never to go to the police. She says that one day she was ordered to have sex with another maid. When she refused, her employer threatened her with more beatings. She then told the maids to strip to their underwear and filmed them using her mobile phone.
When I said I wouldn't sleep with the other maid, she pulled my head forward and put a hot iron on my neck. She said, if you talk to the police, I will show them the mobile phone film. She said the law was in her favor, not in mine.
SIMEL ESIM specializes in domestic worker abuse cases for the International Labour Organization. She says despite a number of recent ministerial decrees by governments across the Middle East, domestic workers are still not protected by labour laws. It's a problem that extends well beyond the region.
Domestic workers are excluded from labour laws around the globe. It's not just this region. They are excluded from unionizing and organizing around the globe, not this region. This is not a problem specific to this region.
She says the way domestic workers are employed overseas has to change.
The sponsorship system, the way it is set up, is bound to fail. It's got to go. Basically, you are attaching a person's legal status, visa status, employment to one person as employer, but also the provider of housing, food, health care. It creates total dependency, and total dependency means total vulnerability and opens the door wide for abuse and exploitation.
Mary left her country vulnerable but determined to earn money for her family. 2 years later, she describes the prospect of returning.
How can I go back home with this body? My mother is sick. If she sees me like this, she will die of shock. I'm so ashamed to see my friends. Even now I feel shame.
Charles Stratford, Al Jazeera, the United Arab Emirates.